Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I got kind of a neat motor here today because it's a bit of a industry-wide transition motor. And I'm not just talking OMC, I'm really talking the industry as a whole. And this is just kind of like the baby steps, incremental steps to what modern outboards are today. But this is like, I think it's a 1952 Evinrude 7.5, and it still has the, I don't know if you can see the word clutch up there, but it's got a clutch, and this is the spring clutch. And in a few years, if not even the next year, OMC would go to its pressure tank outboards that had the full gear shift outboard, and you'd get away from the spring type clutches. However, when you take the two main leaders, Mercury and Evinrude, Mercury went into its automatic transmission, which was actually some pawls and three different springs, much like these very simple clutch springs. And a clutch spring is just, when I pull this lever up, it pulls out a little pawl or a little mechanism that clicks onto the top of the spring, and it loosens the spring and it disconnects the driven shaft from the drive shaft. And this one in particular is a horizontal shaft, so the spring, the little spring clutch, is down horizontally by the propeller. But you have, you have your more modern styling like Evinrude went to in the pressure tanks, but you still have the spring clutch with forward and neutral. You got this big gas tank, it holds like a gallon, and you have a little flip up gas tank lever, which is kind of nice. And then you still have your your onboard, your magneto adjustment switch is not on the handle, it's on the motor, and so forth. So it's kind of like a mix of old school, but you feel like you're in the pressure tank days. And this one came to me as a hot mess, and much like a lot of the outboards I get, it runs good but needs an impeller. And I've since learned that that's code word for I have no idea if it runs. And so this thing, I pulled it the first time, gave it half a pull, and the cord broke. That was the start of my adventure. And then somebody in their wisdom had Loctited the idle mixture jet into the carburetor, and I had to destroy the top end of the carburetor to get that out. But I had luckily I had half a carburetor available. And then the hardest thing about these are the impellers. Now the impellers, the outside diameter and the inside diameter of the pressure tank impellers work on this motor. However, this motor, this motor uses an impeller that's half the size. It's half as tall as what the pressure tanks were. So I needed to take one of my pressure tank impellers and put it on my belt sander and take about a third of it off and just kind of eyeballed it to fit this motor. And I wasn't sure if it's going to work, but it actually worked. The impellers are no longer available for these. So that being said, this is the first time out. I've run it for 2 or 3 minutes just to kind of see how it goes. It rattles like a son of a gun, but we're gonna get this thing fired up. It's kind of neat because the water on the outflow comes way down in the bottom. I mean, it's going to be hard for you to see when it's running, but it does have, you start it in neutral. It's got a little safety switch. You can only go to there, neutral. And then if you start it in gear, it says start in gear. So it's a neat outboard. I don't think I'm going to keep it, but it's neat to show you guys. So let's run it around for a little bit. I'll put you on the holder. All right, there you go. Hope you like that. She rattles a bit, but nice motor. Thanks, guys.